Now let us consider what factors decide the shape of the meniscus of a liquid. So here you see, so when a liquid is in contact with a vessel, you see it may have this shape, the meniscus may have this shape, the meniscus may be flat and the meniscus may be like this. So we have three possibilities. Why is this, when will be this, when will be this. So actually, so the meniscus shape is a result of adhesive and cohesive forces. In surface tension, we have talked just only about the cohesive force. Now the capillarity is the result of adhesive force also. Let us see how. So you see, just I am exaggerating because the phenomenon is molecular. So you see, I have to show the wall of the vessel. So this is the side vessel, and so you see this is the bulk of liquid is there. So this is the meniscus. Suppose I have a flat meniscus. So I had a flat meniscus, the liquid is flat here, and I consider a molecule here. This is the molecule here, and I draw now the sphere of influence of this molecule. So now consider a molecule. So consider a molecule at the meniscus in contact with solid, liquid and the gas. So let us talk about the molecules here. So now you see here the sphere of influence here, it is 1/4 of this sphere is inside the liquid. This is liquid side, this liquid side. And now take this solid one, this is solid one, the solid one is this side, and let us take this gas one. Here and there some gas will be there, that is of this force will be negligible, so I can leave it. There is nothing, this very few gases are there, so let us leave it. Now you see here, it applies a force in this direction, and the resultant of this force is, suppose FC. FC is the resultant of the cohesive force, and you see all the resultant of these adhesive force will pass through FA. And suppose I have a resultant here, you can see this is the resultant of this FR. So if you see, if the resultant is vertical, you know that on the surface there should not be no net force along the surface. That means the net force is along this, so surface should be always perpendicular to the net direction of the force. So here consider a molecule at the meniscus in contact with solid, liquid and gas. Let us consider its sphere of influence. Sphere of influence. Now FC represents the resultant of all cohesive forces. FA represents the resultant of all adhesive force acting on that point. FR is the resultant of all molecular interaction. So, FR is more important, it tells us the shape of the meniscus. Thus, since the net force is always normal to the free surface, so the meniscus is always perpendicular to the resultant FR. So, this is the whole idea about the meniscus. Now, if, so number 1, case 1. So, in the present case, you can see that the cohesive force, this liquid is up to horizontal, this is horizontal plane meniscus. So, this is at 45 degree. So, this FC is at 45 degree, this is 45, so this is equal to this. So, here you see these two sides are equal, that means the adhesive force is equal to this. So, if cohesive force FC is equal to root 2 times or the adhesive force FA, if FC is equal to root FA, then FR is vertical, and so the meniscus is flat and angle of contact is 90 degree. So, angle of contact becomes 90 degree. Meniscus is flat. Now, come to case 2. This is case 2. So, this time I am not drawing the whole sphere of influence. So, this is my FA force, adhesive force, and my resultant is actually, so this is FC. So, if the resultant is here lying this way, this R, if resultant is here. So, if the previously resultant was this and it goes this way, so you can decrease it. So, now you see this is FA, adhesive force and cohesive force. So, you see here the meniscus will be something like this. So, the meniscus is like this, angle of contact becomes acute. So, what happens, you see previously it was the triangle of this FC and this is FA was such that this FC was equal to root 2 FA and this is FA. Now, FA, suppose this is FA, this is FA. Now, if FA is more than this FC, if FA is more than this FC, so you can see the resultant is going to be shifting this word. So, if FC is less than root 2 FA, so you see FA is more, so this side more weightage, so FC is less than root 2 FA, then the resultant FR shifts leftward and the meniscus is concave. This is concave shape, cave shape. The angle of contact is acute in this case. So, when the adhesive force is more, it will pull this liquid and so the liquid will have this shape. So, adhesive force is more. For water and glass, the adhesive force is so more that this angle of contact becomes 0 and this goes this way, far this way. Now come to case 3. Case 3. So we have a meniscus like this, obtuse. So we have the meniscus like this. So we are going to have a meniscus like this. So this is FA, and we have a large value of FC. As a result, my FR, the resultant vector goes this way, and so you see this is what the meniscus looks like, and the total angle becomes obtuse angle. Then when FC, so FC is equal to, FC is very large compared to root FA, this large compared to root FA, then the resultant shifts rightward, and the liquid meniscus becomes convex. The angle of contact then is obtuse.